are you okay with the terms misogynist, racist, anti-Semitic? You accept all that, right?
Accepted in what?
As in, you're a misogynist, you're a racist, you're anti-Semitic?
If you say so.
I mean, up to you. But I'm just wondering, because I'm not against you or anything. I'm curious for myself. I want to know, like, what do you think the right way to make sure that we put equal authority in our government so that it's not mostly run by Jews? We make sure that most of the crimes are not committed by African-American individuals. Like, what do you think the solution is, really?
Well, we need to get harder on crime. As far as, dealing with the Zionist problem in government, we need to basically make it where if you have a dual allegiance to another country or another citizenship, you can't run or have any type of political power.
So you want it to be, like, more white supremacist, or?
It's not about being white supremacist. It's about being nationalist.
Nationalist? Okay.
Yeah.
So does that allow immigrants to come in and still...
No, we got to limit immigration.
Limit immigration? I understand that. So you also agree with the fact that people should work on their own country. Like me coming in from India, I'm supposed to be making sure my own country's better rather than coming here.
Yeah, I mean, I think, if we're going to bring in foreigners, they need to have a skill set that we can't get here. And when I say that, I mean as in not H-1B visas where people can code. Mm-hmm. I'm saying people that have a skill set that we truly can't have here. Scientists, medical breakthrough individuals, maybe people with spectacular skills, maybe an athlete or some shit like that, musician, talented individual where we truly can't find that skill here and they got to come in. Like O1 visa status, basically. I just don't want foreign labor that takes jobs away from Americans, which is what the H-1B visa basically did, which mostly is Indians.
What do you think about me coming here as a child and building my skill set here and then going back when I'm an adult?
Well, it depends. Like, how did you come?
To my parents' job. They had a visa. And now we have green cards, so we're green card holders.
Well, I mean, I don't like, if they're exceptional, they need to stay here and improve this country. But, because they used our resource to get that way.
That's
but,
right.
If they're just coming here and just getting a degree and going back, and it's not a skill set that we're losing that is, like, vital, then, yeah, they can go back. Yeah,
I completely agree.
Yeah.
So what do you think? I want to talk about what your concept is on women as well. You said that they're complete insubordinates to us and we're superior in every way, but don't you think that they have valuable emotional intelligence? Because
No.
No?
This whole concept of emotional intelligence is a bunch of... Should we just get off YouTube?
I think that they have a better
insubordinate
role in
or...
to men. Like, why are they so below men?
Because feminism teaches them to not be subordinate. Feminism teaches them that they're equal, and if not just equal, but superior to men.
Yeah, I disagree with that. I think we're equal. I don't see why we can't be equal.
You think men and women are equal?
In some ways other than others. I'd say...
Okay, in what ways are we equal?
In ways of emotional intelligence, which I know you disagree with, but...
Well, emotional intelligence, I'll be honest, a couple of you have thrown that. Emotional intelligence is just a faggotry term, if I'm going to be honest. No one has a real definition for it. It's a bunch of faggotry. One person might define it as like being able to understand your emotions. I don't know how that benefits society. Like, oh, I can recognize that I'm happy. Oh, I can recognize that I'm mad. Other people look at it like being able to control your emotions. There's no real definition of it. It's fairly ambiguous depending on who says it. So, and that creates obviously a problem because we can't even define it. So, look, man, we just got to be honest. Like, if you rely on women as an equal, it's going to punish you down the road. Like, looking at women as like an equal counterpart is literally going to do nothing for you but fuck you up later on. Because if you look at a woman as an equal, that's too close to her being a superior. And if she looks at you as a superior, if she looks at you as an inferior and she's a superior, which is what ends up happening, guys pedestalize women too much. Inevitably, when you pedestalize someone, you raise them above you, she's going to look down on you. Women are never... it's never to be in a relationship with a woman. It's never good to be in a relationship with a woman when she thinks that she's better than you.
Okay, that's in the context of relationships and power. But what about in society? Don't you think women are useful members in society in terms of?
Yeah, they could be, but I think their most usefulness in society is having kids and being mothers.
What about educators?
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of teachers and professors here at Penn State are women, and I highly respect them.
And that's why college campuses are filled with faggots, because we have like a whole indoctrination camp on a lot of these campuses. And that's why we have, look at some of the guys that came up on the mic earlier, like blaming everything on systemic racism, oh my God, it's systemic racism, we need to be in war in Ukraine. Like, I voted for Kamal. When women run these institutions, it fucks everything up, unfortunately.
Well, what about all the people who are right, Confederate, and still agree with women educators and professors?
What if
Do you think they're conflicted? They have cognitive dissonance?
guys that are right wing and agree with female professors?
Yeah, having female professors. Do you think that if you're right wing, you shouldn't have women as leaders?
Well, again, I understand that we live in 2025 and women are going to enter the workforce. I understand that. So what I'm saying is we need to not make it such a priority for women and educate them on becoming mothers instead of chasing a career. I think it starts with education.
Okay.
Obviously, women aren't going to all leave the workforce immediately. But I do think that we need to go back towards getting more women to become mothers and trying to bring things back to as close as they were before. Now, are we going to do it 100%? No. But I do think that we can work towards it to a degree.
So ideally, you don't want women to work towards improving the economy?
Well, I think that that's better suited for men.
Okay.
And I think that's better suited. And I think by having more families, that would actually improve the economy more than women in the workforce.
Is it because you just think they won't do as good of a job as men?
Well, that's a part of it, yeah.
But they can still serve some roles to the point where they can
Sure.
improve our economy,
Yeah, they can,
right?
yeah, sure. But my problem isn't with that. My problem is that women pedestalize and focus on education and earning an income over building families.
Okay.
And that creates bigger issues for the greater society.
You don't think they can do both?
Very difficult for women to do both. Extremely difficult.
But it would be impressive if they did, right? At that point
Yeah,
where
but
you
the
can
problem is
respect
that a
them?
majority of women can't do that.
Okay.
We're talking about, less than 5% being able to chase a career, be successful in that same career, while simultaneously being able to maintain and have a family. Very
Yeah.
difficult to do.
All right, I guess that. I see your view. One more topic.
Yeah.
Could we talk about how you feel that black people are basically raised into crime?
Okay.
So you said that.
All right, so then, yeah, you know what? Just end the stream then, and we'll end. Yeah, end the stream, and then on Rumble, and then we'll just because this one's being recorded, so we'll end that one. And sorry, go ahead. Last question.
Okay, so you said that black people have an option to go into crime and selling drugs and things like that.
Yeah.
But you don't think that based on the lifestyle that they grow up in, they don't see another way out? Where they're like forced to go into this kind of thing where people influence
Well, no
them?
one's ever forced. And that's again that victim mentality I was talking about.
Yeah.
You have a choice, and if you go ahead and you sell drugs and do dumb shit, you're gonna deal with the consequences of that. And the problem is a lot of times these guys commit these crimes and they don't get arrested once; they get arrested 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times.
Mhm.
So it is what it is. Not everybody's gonna make it. That's the unfortunate reality. But you absolutely do have a choice, and there's always another way. It's just that a lot of these guys want to be criminals. They're lazy. They don't want to, work hard, and that's what ends up happening.
It is a victim mentality, but like when
Victim mentality.
when all their friends are doing it, when they don't see another option, don't you think it's better to like bring awareness to make sure that they see there's another way out?
Well, I mean, with the amount of information that's out there for free, where you got guys like me saying like, don't be a fucking retard and sell drugs, and you can open up YouTube and see it for free, and many other motivational speakers that are even better than myself, maybe. It's just not a viable excuse anymore to be degenerate. It just
Yeah.
isn't.
But similarly, like there's people who know there's a suicide hotline out there but choose not to call it. Shouldn't we like tell them there's these options to look at instead of like saying that they're just victims? They don't know that they can do this.
Well, again, and this is the problem with the left and liberals in general, is like we make too many excuses for dumbasses. If you're going to be a criminal, you're going to be degenerate, you're going to do stupid shit, you're going to get stupid prizes, and that's just reality, right? So no one forces you and puts a gun to your head and says, sell this crack.
Okay.
But black people make it sound like that's what it is. And this is why they're so insufferable and why people really don't like being around them or listening to them complain, because all they do is complain about, systemic racism, white supremacy, whatever. But I would argue that blacks have more opportunities than everybody else, damn near. Minorities in general have it better than a lot of people.
Yeah, I get that. All right, thank you.
No problem, man.